Get him. Good, way to go. Very good.
Good morning and welcome to the morning show. I'm Mike Ledbetter and Darla West is with me as always. It's Thursday, November 21st, and we've had some great weather lately. I want to welcome everybody to the show. Darla and I were just talking before we started about November's not really, I guess, known a lot for having a multitude of holidays. You know, I guess it's start of the season, but we're talking about Thanksgiving coming up. We just had Veterans Day, and not many people know this, but on November 10th, was the birth of the United States Marine Corps.
I actually knew this.
Yes, very nice. I wonder how you knew that.
Well, there's so many ways. I know a Marine. Thank you for your service, Mike Ledbetter.
Happy to be here.
And also, we like to watch the morning news early and we were watching the Marine Corps celebration of that birthday on the 10th, so that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I actually went to the Marine Corps birthday ball up in Washington, D.C. on November 10th. Well, I was actually on the 9th, and our guest speaker was a lady named General Mutter, Carol Mutter. She was the first 3-star general ever in any of the services, I think, and certainly in the Marine Corps. But she gave a really good speech about how everything's changed when she enlisted in the Marine Corps. Even though she was 21 years old, she had to have her mother's signature.
Wow.
Yeah. So things have come a long way.
Absolutely. And so she's the first female 3-star general.
Yes.
That
she was
is
not
fantastic.
our first one. She was our first general. A lady named General Brewer was our first general, but she didn't make it to a 3-star. Anyway, yeah.
That's fantastic. And of course, next week is Thanksgiving, which is my personal favorite holiday.
Really?
Yes, because we have both sides of the family come to our house for dinner that night. And Blake and I start. We've been married 23 years, and we do this every Thanksgiving morning. We get up and start watching the Macy's Day Parade while Blake cooks in the kitchen. Because I'm not a good cook. I do try.
What?
Yeah.
Stop it.
I know. I know.
It's weird.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, there's lots of jokes about my cooking. We won't go there. But anyway, yeah, so Thanksgiving's lots of fun. And, of course, this year Brooks is 4 years old now, and so I think he's really going to enjoy watching the parade more than he has in the past. I think he's going to get the excitement of the big balloons and the bands and the performances this year. He didn't so much last year. He's a little grumpy.
He's going to see that on the big screen?
He's going to see that on the big screen. We've got a big screen at the house and a projector, so that's the only way to watch parades and football games. Oh, and then what about some football this month?
Nice. Did Auburn play last week? I can't remember.
I heard Auburn played.
Yeah, I think they did.
Heard Auburn played pretty well.
They did. I heard the prayer in Jordan Hand. Nice. Well, my whole family's coming for Thanksgiving as well.
Fantastic.
I talked to my brother Marshall, and he's going to be here.
Fantastic.
So y'all might want to drop by. Just anybody to meet him. He's quite an interesting fellow. Anyway.
Excellent. I hope they're not watching right now.
Yeah.
I hope the siblings are not watching.
But speaking of holidays as well, we've got a couple of guests today. We have Jennifer Smith from the CRMC Lights of Love. But holidays, Ann Mullins is going to be here from the Better Business Bureau. And I don't know if you know this about Ann or not. But I heard she just celebrated an anniversary this year. Kind of a big one. Or this month.
This month.
This month, yeah, kind of a big one. So we'll have to ask her about it.
Fantastic.
Before we kick it off. But I think she's going to be talking about identity theft.
Well, we're going to go to morning weather this morning. Morning show weather is brought to you by Target Pest Control. Our high today is expected to be 65 with our low this evening of 54, but it's going to be partly sunny for the day, so it should be nice. Tomorrow's high is going to bump on up to 68 degrees, but we're going to have a chance of showers, and tomorrow's low is expected to be at 47 degrees. For our extended forecast, on Saturday, we're looking at cooler temperatures with a high of only 55 and the chilly morning start at 24 degrees. Sunday, 42 degrees, even colder, with another low of 24. And Monday, we're looking at a high of only 43 with a chance of showers, 32 degrees for the low. So make sure you've got your plants in and your pets protected on these chilly nights.
Absolutely. All right, so I think we're going to cut to a break.
I think we're going to have a break.
Yeah, we're going to have a break, and we'll come back with our first guest. See you in a bit.
Don't let this season sneak up on you. Get your wallet and your car ready for the holidays with these sweet savings on a new set of tires from McGriff Tire Pros. From November 1st through December 2nd, receive a $70 reward card when you buy any 4 Michelin passenger or light truck tires after submission. At Tire Pros, everything rotates around you. So beat the rush this season. Dash over to your locally owned McGriff Tire Pros located in Coleman or online at McGriffTirePros.com.
Delicious stud, hun.
Eat up, there's plenty more.
Billy, eat your stud. Think of the termites whose homes were protected with Termidor.
Aw, Dad, the Browns will never get Termidor. They're clueless.
Yeah, they even think homeowners insurance covers our damage. Do you hear laughing?
It's probably just the pipes.
Target Pest Control. We aim to please.
At Premier Bank, you have a financial partner you can depend on. Hi, I'm Jay Mullins, president of Premier Bank, with some exciting news about our financial strength and performance. For the 6th consecutive year, our bank has been rated 5 stars by Bauer Financial, an independent firm that has been analyzing and reporting on the financial condition of the nation's banking industry since 1983. This prestigious rating means that we are one of the strongest banks in the nation, and a safe and sound bank you can depend on.
McSwain's Pharmacy is still the pharmacy you rely on for quality pharmaceuticals. Mitch and Dorothy take pride in their friendly service. They're located on Main Street behind Woodland Medical Center. They have plenty of room and parking available, and there's a drop-off and pickup window to serve you efficiently and effectively because they care about and appreciate their customers. Available when you need them, McSwain's Pharmacy, the same folks you know and trust. Coleman Jefferson Gas, the natural choice.
Welcome back to the morning show, and joining us now is Ann Mullins from the Better Business Bureau of Coleman, and we always love seeing Ann on here because she tells us very important information we need to keep in mind as consumers and to be aware of scams. Good morning, Ann.
Good morning.
Tell us what's going on.
And it is morning.
It is morning, yes, it is.
You said you were not a morning person?
I'm not a morning person.
Neither am I.
No, so I come screeching in here at well, maybe 7 this morning, but go ahead. It's not
I'm a total morning person.
It's not about me,
I
it's
wish
about
I
you.
was, but I'm not.
Yes. Well, tell us what's the latest thing going on. What do we need to be aware of?
Well, I just thought yesterday was our Torch Awards in Huntsville, where we have each year and give out awards to the businesses in North Alabama that have been nominated and won, of course. And on the tables, we had these little magnets that you put on your refrigerator on identity thefts. I didn't even know we had these, but evidently this is something we just did for that meeting yesterday. So I thought, that'd be something really good to go over again at this time of year because it is unfortunately so prevalent in Coleman and everywhere. And at Christmas time, you're starting to shop and different things that you're doing. It's just things you need to keep in mind because as we've talked, there's really no way you can totally prevent yourself from this happening to you. But if you'll use a lot of these tips, and it certainly does help to prevent it. So, and I had to put my glasses on because I can't see this thing. They're written so little, even with the contact in my eye. Okay, it's 10 tips to keep your personal information safe. Number 1, you shred your documents with financial and personal information. Your statements, credit card statements, anything that you get, don't leave them laying around. Once you have, recognized them and all, then shred them. Never leave your ATM or credit card receipts behind. And I see this at the gas station all the time. I'll get gas and somebody's receipts in the machine. People can pick that up and from the numbers that's left on there, figure out your number. Now don't ask me how, but they can do that. So if somebody has left one behind, I just take it and shred it for them, Don't use an obvious password like your birthday because that's easy for somebody to figure out. Do not give out your Social Security number, carry your card with you or put your number on your checks. And I heard somebody talking about their mother, somebody had lost their billfold, and the hardest thing that she had to do was to replace the Social Security card. Don't take it with you. You've got to remember that number in your head, you know, and don't take it with you for it to be safe. Never give out your personal information unless you know who you're dealing with, especially someone that calls you, and I don't care if they say to the police that they're from the Social Security office, wherever, they're not, so don't give it out. Never click on links sent in unsolicited emails. Now, this is what we call the phishing scams, where they'll tell you that your account has been tampered with. Please click on here and let's verify your information. Well, all they're doing is getting your information, because it's not that like the bank or whatever that has been the credit card company. Keep your computer secure by using firewalls, anti-spyware, and antivirus software, and keep them up to date. Because a lot of people are afraid to shop online, but it's relatively safe as long as you do those things and keep all that in place, and make sure you're on a secure site. And as you know, we talked about, the way you know that is at the top of your address, it'll say HTTPS. It'll change to an S when it starts asking you for your personal info. If it doesn't, don't put it on there. Register with the National Do Not Call Registry. And monitor your credit report at least twice a year with annualcreditreport.com, not freecreditreport.com. That one's not free. They advertise that all the time, but that's not free. Annual credit report. And review your credit card statements carefully and verify them. You know, if you didn't put a charge on there, then the time to call is right then. You know, not wait 6 months later and think they're going to do something about it. So if there's something on that's a good way that you need to start tracing other things and see if they've got something, you know, like getting your credit report, and start looking right then before it gets too far into it.
Mm-hmm. Wow, those are good tips. I mean, obviously it's very very prevalent. I work up in, like I said, I work up in Huntsville, where a big part of our effort is cyber efforts, and you're seeing a lot of focus on identity theft and cyber crime and cyber forensics and everything. That's just the new crime space, unfortunately. You know?
Yeah, I wish they'd find a way to trace how people are doing that, because they're a lot smarter than me to be able to do that, but they are. I mean, you know, it's like, we've had to change our credit card I don't know how many times because somebody had, and you know, it could be as simple as you go into a restaurant somewhere and having a dishonest person take your card back with them and copy those numbers and use it. And I think that's what happened to us the last time we were out of town, and before we got home, they had already put a stop on our credit card when we tried to use it, and someone had started trying to put charges on it, and it had to have been from where we had just left, you know, that somebody just, you know, wrote it down.
That is just terrible, but one of the things that bothers me the most is how they're targeting, these scam artists are targeting elderly people.
Sure.
Not because they're not intelligent, but because they're just not aware of these safeguards. We had someone to come into office at the Revenue Commission's office last week. She had a letter, and she thought it came from our office, and it was asking for her bank information so that they could, whoever this agency could deduct money to take care of this tax bill. Well, she had the foresight to bring it in and ask what was going on. Of course, we contacted the Commission on Aging and let them know about this, but I think that's one of the tragic things about how these scam artists are working, is they're targeting these people that don't have defense. They don't know to look for this.
Right.
And so if she had not just been very upset at the thought that she had not paid a bill, she would not have come in. She would have just given that information.
Put that on there.
And so for every one that comes in, how many don't?
Right. Oh, there's lots, and that's why you think, I can't believe people fall for this, but they make it look so legitimate, and it's something like that she knew she needed to pay that bill, that they'll think, oh my goodness, you know, they'll come get my property if I don't pay that, or if it's your Social Security and they tell you, you know, something's wrong with your card, you got to fill all this out. You know, it's just anything that will make you panic and then not think and just do it. So it's all ages, but yes, they do target the seniors as much as they can. So we try to work with them and talk to them all the time, you know, about being aware, and sometimes they're more aware than the young people are. You know, the debit cards and things like that, they think they're invincible and puts it out everywhere and gives it, and like on these phishing scams, where you'll get a text telling you that someone's got your debit card and they need you to send them your PIN number to verify. They'll send it.
Wow.
And next thing you know, it's taken out of their account, you know. So, you know, it's not just the seniors. So it's just we all have to be aware and just use our head and be cautious. And if anything brings up a red flag, then check it out. You know, you're not in a hurry to do anything. Check it out first.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Well, before we go out, I think Mike was going to ask you something quickly about a special day for you.
Yeah, well, I heard there was an anniversary yesterday?
Yesterday.
How many years?
30 years.
30 years. Wow.
30 big years.
Congratulations.
Thank
That is a rarity nowadays.
It is.
It is, so
It is,
very
but
nice.
yes.
Now, did y'all do something good for your anniversary?
Well, no, we usually go to
my bad.
Nashville or somewhere, but not right then. Actually, I had to work yesterday.
30's not a big year anyway. It's kind of an off year. It's really an off year, so yeah, that's no big deal.
I had to work. He went with me to work actually to my torch awards.
Wow, that's special.
So we'll do something later.
It's romantic. Torch awards. I think that's real
30 years.
30 years torch awards.
Here at the torch.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, Ann, always a pleasure having you on, and I think we're going to cut to a break and have our next guest on.
There's something about the moment when you first walk into that new home. It took a lot to get there, but Eva Bank made it easy to get the loan you needed. Eva Bank, as a part of the community, makes lending decisions right here where you live. Our lenders make the process quick and easy with rates you'll love. Visit your neighbors at Eva Bank today and let them help you with your new home loan, manufactured home, refinance, or remodel. Eva Bank, part of the community we call home.
At College Tire Company, your valuable wheels are safe because our new touchless tire changer protects your wheels during tire removal and installation. The machine never touches the wheel, and the new Force Balancer Match balances your wheel and tire for a vibration-free ride. Buy virtually new name brand tires and you'll get free rotation for the life of the tire at College Tire Company. With 2 locations to serve you better. In Huntsville, call 489-7110. In Hanceville, call 352-2221.
Welcome back. We're here with Jennifer Smith, Hospice of Cullman County, the director. She's going to tell us a little bit about the
Lights of Love.
Lights of Love. It's should be a great event, and kind of tell us a little bit about what's involved and how people can participate.
I would love to. The CRMC Foundation every year puts on a wonderful event called Lights of Love. A few years ago, this was renamed the Herman Enzer Lights of Love because this event was thought up and developed by Herman Enzer, so it was renamed in honor of his wonderful efforts. But for the last couple of years and for this year, the CRMC Foundation has chosen to give the proceeds of Lights of Love to Hospice of Cullman County. And the reason that they do that is to support our indigent care. Very important to us. We're the only not-for-profit hospice in Cullman County, and we accept all patients regardless of their ability to pay. So the funds that come in from this fundraising opportunity will be used to care for end-of-life patients who have no insurance and no means of payment so that they too can have wonderful end-of-life care in the home.
Good deal.
You know, the Lights of Love, I've seen that. For how many years did you say it been going on?
I do not know the.
Well, just guess.
Oh, way over 15.
Okay, it's a long time.
Very,
you know. Can we back up before we talk about how to get involved? What is the Lights of Love?
The Lights of Love is a service. It takes place every year. It's the first Thursday night in December. This year's it's actually going to be on December the 5th. And every year there's a Christmas tree that sits on top of Cullman Regional Medical Center that you can see from the highway. It's the highest point. And every year that tree is lit by lights that are given in memory or honor of individuals. For 20, 40, 60, whatever you want to donate, you can purchase a light to go on that tree. Well, that evening there is a wonderful service, and as the ceremony takes place, there's a screen, and every individual who was recognized by a light is recognized on that screen. It shows a light was given in memory of your loved one and who gave it, or you gave it in honor of somebody and who gave it. It's very somber service. This year's event, we are blessed in that we're going to have the quartet from First Baptist Church to provide some entertainment for us. And then at the conclusion of that ceremony, everyone will walk out to the front of Coleman Regional Medical Center, and we all sing Silent Night a cappella. This was something that Herman Enzer started himself, and we carried the tradition through today. This year's event is very special to me in that it honors Dr. Bill Pinehart. And I love Dr. Pinehart.
Whom I love, yes.
Yes, I've been a nurse for 21 years. I've worked side by side with him those 21 years. But he is one of my hospice physicians, and he's very passionate about end-of-life care. And in the last year and a half, Dr. Pinehart has begun making in-home visits on our hospice patients, and I can't keep him busy enough. He loves going to minister to these patients in their home. But outside of just hospice care, he has been such a phenomenal man involved in our community and our hospital. And then also the event this year is in memory of Chester Freeman. Chester Freeman served on our CRMC Foundation Board, had been a longtime supporter of Coleman Regional Medical Center, and words can't even describe what Mr. Freeman did for our community. Yeah. So this year's event to be in memory of Chester Freeman is a wonderful honor to him and his family. But at the end of the ceremony, as we're singing Silent Night, Chester Freeman and Dr. Pinehart's families will come together, and together they will light the tree that sits on top of the
That's pretty awesome.
hospital. It is. It will just make you have chills.
Yeah, I'm kind of having them right now. And
every year,
so.
I think, okay, it's not going to affect me so much when I see that tree light. But it just really touches your heart because that tree's just filled with love.
And it could be, it's not necessarily someone who was sick, or I mean, it could be a birth of a new baby.
It can be. It could be
a celebration. It's a celebration of life.
Exactly.
You know, so tell us how we can get involved. If I want to purchase a light, who do I call? What do I do?
There's multiple ways. You can call the hospice office, 256-739-5185. And we can take donations. We can direct you over the telephone. You can give online. You could go to the CRMC's website. You could also go to hospiceofcolemancounty.com and give online. You can come to our office. You can physically come to our office. It's in Professional Building Number 1.
Awesome. Great information.
Thank you.
I want to go purchase a light.
Yeah.
Hey, purchase one for me, and I'll purchase one for you.
Okay.
Okay.
That
sounds like fun.
That's 2 lights right there. You're already up 2 lights.
That's wonderful.
Everybody come help out so we can get all these lights lit up.
That's right. We want to see that tree lit up.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it sounds like it'll be a great evening and
it's a fun evening.
Some good music and things like that.
It's a touching evening. It's a wonderful way to start the Christmas season.
Yeah. It is.
Exactly.
That's great.
Good deal. Well, Jennifer, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be back shortly. If you need any information, don't hesitate to call Jennifer and get the information needed. So, thank you.
Don't let this season sneak up on you. Get your wallet and your car ready for the holidays with these sweet savings on a new set of tires from McGriff Tire Pros. From November 1st through December 2nd, receive a $70 reward card when you buy any 4 Michelin passenger or light truck tires after submission. At Tire Pros, everything rotates around you. So beat the rush this season. Dash over to your locally owned McGriff Tire Pros located in Coleman or online at McGriffTirePros.com.
When you remember to get your mammogram, you're not just remembering it for yourself. You're remembering it for everyone around you. It's just one more way you take care of them. So call your doctor. Because it's up to you to make the appointment. It's up to us to get you immediate, accurate, state-of-the-art results right here at home. Coleman Regional Medical Center Women's Diagnostic Center. Taking care of you so you can take care of them.
Hey, and welcome back to the morning show. It's been a good show so far. We've got some obits and some announcements, and we'll end it up with the devotional as always. Athel Wilhite, 83 of Vinemont. Service is today at 2 p.m. at Coleman Heritage Funeral Home. A visitation was yesterday, and her interment will be at Coleman City Cemetery. Bertus Edwin Burt Latham, 72 of Cedar Bluff. Service will be tomorrow at 3 p.m. at Perry Funeral Home. Visitation is tomorrow from 12:30 to 2:30 at Perry, and interment will be at Cherokee Memorial Gardens. Opal Idson Barnett Tyson, 94 of Hansville. Service is today at 2 p.m. at Hansville Funeral Home, and visitation family will receive friends 1 hour prior to services. Paul Edwin Rice Sr., 80 of Coleman. Service is tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Coleman Heritage Funeral Home. Visitation will be from 9 to 11 tomorrow at Coleman Heritage and Mount Zion Cemetery is where the interment will be. Janelle Harris Wingo, 82 of Hansville. Service will be today at 2 p.m. at Rice's Chapel Baptist Church. Visitation was yesterday. Interment will be at Rice Baptist Cemetery.
And for community announcements, celebrate Christmas with Downtown Coleman Merchants Association and the Parks and Recreation as they present the Coleman City Tree Lighting and Christmas Parade, which will be Friday, December 6th from 4 to 10 p.m. There's going to be a tree lighting for the city, games, activities, screening of Polar Bear Express, a live nativity, caroler, Santa, and live reindeer and more. Don't miss it. Phone calls from Santa, hosted by the Coleman Parks and Recreation. You can register for this at Magookin Civic Center on December 1st, and Santa will make his calls on December 23rd. For more information, call 734-9157. Walk Me Home, which is a walk for foster care and adoption. It's going to be a 5K walk and fun run, which is Saturday, November 23rd in Gardendale from 9 to 11. Starting at the Buffalo Wild Wings on Caulfield Drive. For more information, go to the website walkmehome.org. A Jam and Jelly workshop will be hosted by the Alabama Cooperative Extension System. Doesn't it mean more if you can make a homemade gift? Absolutely, for Christmas. So you'll be learning about that process on December 2nd from 1 to 3. The fee is $10 per person for supplies, and it'll be held at the Coleman County Extension Office. You need to pre-register, so call them at 737-9386.
Well, that was a speedy announcement. It's awesome. So for our devotional today, we talked about General Mutter and the first female 3-star general in the Marine Corps, and Ann had her 30th anniversary, so and Darla picked out an excellent devotional today. Proverbs 31 says, "Who can find a wife of noble character? She's worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life." And I'm not going to read it all, but just a few things. She makes linen garments and sells them. I mean, obviously back in the day. She watches over the affairs of her household. Her children arise and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Give her the reward she has earned, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. Now, obviously, that's very paraphrased because we're running out of time, but I think it was very appropriate. Thanks, Darla, for that. And it really is. You know, being married 30 years is a long time, and certainly a rarity in these days. And I think part of that's a societal thing, and you know, it's certain expectations sometimes that the man has is unrealistic, and certain expectations the woman has might be a little unrealistic, and sometimes we just sit there and look at it as a team, and you know, it's a team that you work, you're together in the house, and you're together with the kids. But
and it's such a difficult position sometimes because of the outside pressure. You don't see virtuous women praised in the media. You see all kinds of ungodly behavior praised in the media, and so I think to see this woman succeed in her career, and to know that you can follow the Lord and be successful. Clearly this woman worked outside of her home as well as inside her home, and so to remember that you can do and stand up to the pressures that are outside and still be a virtuous woman, a virtuous wife, and virtuous mother. It's challenging, especially in our society, but it's doable. And I think if it were not doable, we wouldn't have the scriptures to tell us about it.
Absolutely. So very appropriate. Thank you again for that. I think it's been a great show. It's Thursday, and y'all have a great rest of your Thursday and a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.